Hi, everybody. Lorina Quigley here. I am Lorina Q, Mystic Medium on YouTube here, and keep changing my name slightly, trying to get it just right. Anyway, so today I'm making a video about the Clairs, all the Clairs, and I almost forgot one. Oh no. Anyway, so I did a psychic development circle where we sit in circle and practice giving messages. I have this once a week. So on this Tuesday, we had a new student who was asking me, Lorina, she texted me afterwards. It seemed like everybody received information that had a lot of imagery to it and was very visual. She says, how can I be that way or have more of that? And so I thought, oh, okay, she is a newer student, so we need to go back and go over this information again. I was a teacher for a long time, and I still am a teacher. Um, and so we need to go back over this information. Because sometimes I just think, oh, we all know this already, but no, not everyone knows this. So we're going to go over the Clairs. Clair means clear in French. It's that simple. There are some main Clairs. Clairvoyance. Everyone's heard of clairvoyance, which means clear seeing. Well, most people have heard of clairvoyance. Clear seeing, so you get images visually. Clairaudience, you hear, you receive messages through sound. Clairsentient, one of the main ones. So you feel, you are a feeler. People who receive impressions through their body, or through, it could be their emotional body. They can feel it in their body, or they can feel emotional pain or emotions of other people. This is clairsentience. Claircognizance, another main one, is, and everybody's had this at one point in their life where they just know. So claircognizance means clear knowing, and sometimes you just know with no explanation. No, you just know. The lesser known ones are Clairalience, and that is clear smelling, you smell, and clairgustance, which is taste, and sometimes you can taste stuff. It's very interesting when that happens. So, and some people have several of these that are dominant, and some people have one that's dominant. And we all receive information all the time. We are continually receiving information. It's just what happens. That is part of being human and having a spirit in a body. We receive information. Now, how aware are we of the information that we are receiving is what makes the difference about receiving psychic impressions. And how you can learn how to receive psychic impressions is, first of all, to meditate, to sit in meditation. That's my cat. That is Milo. Sitting in meditation will help you with receiving information. So it's not just sitting in meditation and being quiet, breathing, calming yourself down, and going into a place of receptivity to receive information. This is very, very helpful. And it is part of the process of starting to pay attention and learn that you are receiving information. And so you can also ask for information to come in. And this is with intention. And then start paying attention, intention, and attention. Important. All right. So the Clairs, when you are receiving information through clairvoyance, this is using your third eye. Now, you may get information in different ways, but it's still, your third eye is still working. I just want to say that. It is part of your sensory system. That's all there is to it. Okay. So when you have clairvoyance, so it can come in several ways. So you may see things with your vision, your outer vision, actually seeing a ghost or seeing spirits or beings with your eyes open. You can also see things in your mind's eye, and both of them are valid, very valid. Um, Seeing things with your eyes open is a little less common, but you can do that. Everyone can do it, except for there's except for people who have aphantasia. What is aphantasia? That is a condition where you cannot receive, your mind cannot create images, and I read about it. It's a disorder. I've only known two people who have it. One of my friends who has since passed, she had aphantasia. Now, she was not born with it. I think this is what I think, that she had an injury to her face that probably, like right here, broke her nose. Um, so she couldn't, at some point, she could not see. She could not create images in her mind, like see a tree. Most people can, oh, I want to see a tree. She could not see a tree. There's no way that she could create images that would create that. Um, and I've only met two people who have that, and it is really, it's difficult. And she was always trying to be able to see things with her mind's eye, and it just didn't work. We did a past life regression once. I did that. It led her through a past life regression through hypnosis. And it's hard to do hypnosis with somebody who has aphantasia because we are so visual, and part of hypnosis is bringing somebody to a state where they imagine using their mind's eye images and pictures to take them into a state of relaxation. So you have to actually use the sense of feeling or sentience, like using the kinesthetic sense so that they can feel their way into relaxation and go into that other realm where you can receive other information. Now she was, and it worked. It did work. I have to say that was really, it was a test for me, but it did work. Um, but she was highly clairaudient, highly so, and it's because she couldn't see her. She could see, visually, but she couldn't see in her mind's eye. She couldn't receive any images. She received messages through her hearing. And so going into clairaudience or clear hearing, she could actually hear her guide talk to her. She would receive messages from her guide, and from people from the other side would say things to her. So she was very psychic, and she would receive messages through her ears. Now you can get messages um, like inside of your ears, inside, sort of like inside your mind, again, where your auditory channels are, or sometimes you get it inside of your head, but you can also receive messages from outside of your head. And I've had that happen several times where you actually hear something and it's coming from outside, like outside of your head and going into your mind. So there are several ways to hear. Um, but hearing can also be like you're listening to a song and there you receive a message through the song that you hear. These things can happen too. And also, vibration is sound. So you may hear some vibration that has some sort of meaning in it and are able to interpret it into a message. Okay. Clairsentient. Clairsentient is feeling, and I think we're all feelers, but I'm very clairsentient. I'm clairvoyant and clairsentient mostly, but I've had the realm of experiences in the psychic world. So being clairsentient is that information comes in through your body. And what does that mean? So if a person I was sitting in a circle once. We were giving mediumship messages, and I felt this blow to the back of my head. We're just sitting there in a circle giving messages. I feel this blow to the back of my head, and then I feel a guy standing there behind me. He's over here. Okay, so I knew that there was a man present who was younger. So some information comes in with the message, with information, like psychic information comes in with the feeling. So I had a blow to the back of my head, and I knew there was a man standing there, and he was letting me know he got killed by a blow to the back of his head. And I got more of the story with it. So this is Clairsentience. I felt it. But then more information comes in with it. So that could be claircognizance. You're just getting the information that comes with it. Or you might start suddenly feeling really, really sick. You're standing in front of somebody who looks perfectly healthy, but you're getting information about that person that there's something that they're not telling you, that you know that they're not feeling well, or they're sick, or there's something much more going on with them. And doing energy healing, which I do a lot of energy healing, I receive a lot of information through my own body. So I tune into my body to feel what's going on with their body. That is clairsentience. And the more you do this kind of work, the more you recognize how you receive the information. Now, also there's claircognizance, where you just know. You absolutely know 100% something. And that's it. It is pretty simple. Claircognizance. You just know. I don't know if I need to explain that. Sometimes you just know. Maybe somebody's cheating on you and you just know it. You have absolutely no proof, but you're feeling it. You know it. Information is coming to you. That's my example, because I've been through that. Right. Okay, a little bit personal there. We don't need to go there. Okay. Claire, and then there's Clairalience. And I'm not sure if I'm saying that quite right. Aliens, I'm pretty sure though, aliens. This is clear smelling. Now, a lot of times when certain people come through, they may have an aroma around them, like they smoked a lot of cigars or pipes, and you may start smelling it. They're coming in and they're letting you know that they used to smoke cigars or pipes or something. Or you might actually, and I've had this happen, you smell fried chicken and it smells really good. And it's somebody's mother who loved to cook fried chicken and loved to, it was a form of sharing love, cooking fried chicken and then having this big dinner, sharing that with her family. That can happen too. So that is Clairalience. But I wanted to say sometimes I've had really high, like ascended masters and who come in, and sometimes beings, they have the most amazing scent that they bring with them. And I can't even describe what the scent is. It's like it's it's not roses, it's not jasmine, these really wonderful smells of flowers. It's something else. It's not sandalwood. It's because I love all those smells. But it's not any of those. And it smells so good and lovely. And it's not overwhelming or overpowering. It's just this beautiful scent. Those are higher beings or ascended masters who come in with that smell. And that's when I know that they're there. I mean, I don't always smell that, but if I smell that, I know that they're coming in. And then there's clairgustance, which is taste. And sometimes back to the woman with the fried chicken, you can taste fried chicken or pizza or something that they loved. You may actually taste, you go, oh wow, okay, I'm tasting, I don't know, beer. Someone who loves beer. I don't like beer very much, so. But you may taste and go, whoa, I'm getting this guy liked beer. He liked beer a lot, because I'm really tasting it and I feel the joy that he had while he's drinking it. This is clairgustance. So, so the thing is, when you do this kind of work and really work with it and start recognizing how information comes into you, into your spirit, into your energy body. It helps you recognize, once you start recognizing how it comes in, you get better at understanding those messages and then therefore giving them. And sometimes what can happen also is that sometimes you might feel stuck because you start getting information, but you're like, wait a minute, it's not coming. And you feel like it's getting stuck in there somewhere. Sometimes if you actually say it out loud, it kind of opens the channel and information starts coming out. So the only block is that you're not saying it, and you need to speak what kind of information that you are receiving. I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, I wanted to go back to clairvoyance for a while. Sometimes in clairvoyance, you can receive symbols, and the spirits or our loved ones can use symbols to bring information through. And then you interpret what those symbols are. Now, this is the confusing part. Sometimes those symbols are what they mean to you. This symbol is important to me, and I understand it, and I'm giving it to you, whatever that symbol is. But it could also be that that symbol means something to them, and it makes no sense to you, but you have to give it to them. You actually have to say it so that you understand what they're so that at some point they'll go, oh yeah, that makes total sense to me, but it doesn't make sense to you. So you kind of don't want to give that message because you're like, I don't know what that means. But what you can say is, I don't know what this means, but this is what I'm seeing. And the more that you work with symbols, the better you can actually be at your mediumship or psychic work. And at some point, the symbols might actually, you might have less and less symbols coming in and just receive information, and it becomes more clear. So both of those things can happen. Anyway, it's a fun adventure to find out how you receive information, to start giving it and sharing it and connecting with loved ones or angels or guides, bringing that information through and then giving it to people to help them on their healing journey, because it does bring healing. This brings healing. This work brings healing, and it's beautiful. Anyway, I hope this helps. I hope you get something out of it. So please leave some comments if you would like to. I would love to hear from you. And let me know what kind of symbols you get, or what kind of, how you receive psychic information, how it comes through you. And the more that you practice, the better you get at this. And that's all there is to it. And it can really turn on and start coming in more rapidly. And it's so exciting. And it's so much fun. Anyway, I think that's it for now. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.